Good morning, VIP Kid friends. This video is for people who are just starting out, who want to get a few things for the classroom but don't want to spend a lot of money. This is purchases that are worth it. So I started this job about 10 months ago, and of course, why do you start a new job? Because you want the income. That's part of it, right? So I needed extra income. I started this job on unpaid maternity leave. And I was like, I am not spending $1 for this job until I get paid for it, right? I wanted to, for one, know that it was a legitimate job and that I would actually get paid. For two, I'm like, why would I spend a ton of money on the front end before I even know that, I'm going to love this job? So now that I'm 10 months in, I'll share the things that I actually use that you should actually spend money on. And the first thing, it's dumb, but it's an orange shirt. I do not wear orange. It's not like a color I usually use. And please don't judge me. I have worn this exact orange shirt for hundreds of classes, almost all of them actually. I have one other orange shirt, but I don't really prefer it. So I was going to check how many classes I've taught. 658 classes as of this morning, and I've worn this one shirt for about 650 of them. My students probably think I own one shirt. I just throw it on every morning and then take it off and leave it in my classroom or leave it in my bathroom, and I wash it like once a week. True story. So worth it. I will put the links in the comments of all these things because this actual shirt was recommended in a Facebook group. I just love it. It's long sleeve, but it's super lightweight. I wear it all the time. Just fits well. I like the bright orange color of it. So the shirt. And then number two, this is something that when I made this, originally I made this video, I didn't include because I'm like, you don't need headphones. I just used my iPhone earbuds for a really long time, for like 4 months. The reason I bit the bullet and got the headphones was a convenience thing, and it is the mute button. They come with a beautiful mute button, and I'll tell you how I use it. If I feel like I'm going to sneeze or cough or something, mute button. If one of my kids, this doesn't happen very often, but if one of my kids comes and knocks on the door and needs to come in, I'll mute it and talk to them really quickly off screen. It just is handy sometimes. I just love it. Plus, I have no proof of this because I don't know what it sounds like on the student end, but I've heard that it's easier because of the mouthpiece. It's easier to hear the actual sounds of the words that you're trying, sounds and letters that you're trying to get them to say. So to me, it was worth it. Also, it's kind of noise canceling. It's not like completely noise canceling, but it helps me stay focused too. I really do enjoy it. So it's cheap. I got it on Amazon, $25. So to me, totally worth it. The third thing, I don't have anything to show you for it, but it is Feedback Panda. I've done a couple videos on Feedback Panda. It's $10 a month. It is the best. The best. If you teach more than like a couple classes a day, you need to do Feedback Panda. It's worth your time and your money. When I was teaching, so initially I started teaching just like two to three classes every morning, and then I went to my brick and mortar job. Recently, I've become a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom with VIPKID, and I teach about 7 to 8 classes a day. And I love Feedback Panda because it's the only way I can get all my feedback done between classes and not think about my feedback, when I close my computer at the end of my classes and I move on with my day. I'll show you too a screenshot. I'll insert it here. It's just so great. Look at my tutorial, my video about Feedback Panda. Okay, so shirt, headphones, Feedback Panda. Those are the three, if you're going to do this job for real, that you really need. I would recommend. Everything else is kind of frivolous. Now, these are my frivolous purchases that I'd say are worth it. This is the first one. This ice cream reward, it is so random. It popped up on my Amazon I know I'm just like totally buying into their marketing. It popped up on my Amazon when I was looking for headphones, and I'm assuming it's because so many teachers who do the headphones do the the ice cream, and it's so useful. I've used it for almost every trial that I've taught, and I teach a lot of them. And how I do it is I say, you get an ice cream, and I put the rest in the treasure chest or hide it. And then every time I give them a reward, it's so useful. We work on colors. What color is it? And we count. One, two. And then sometimes for the older kids, I say, what color do you want? And they have to tell me the color. It's just so awesome. It's like heavy duty, and kind of solid. So I really enjoy that reward. This is another really frivolous one, but I'd say it's worth your expense because I use it constantly. And it's these tiny little clocks. They're from IKEA. They're separate, and I taped them together. Can you see? And I set them for the 2 times for Beijing and where I live in Minnesota. And we talk all the time, especially the older kids, about it is morning here. What time is it in China? And we talk about it's morning here, it's evening here. And yeah, you can see it's very early in the morning right now. It's 5:15. So that is a really, really useful purchase. I think they're literally $1, maybe 2. So don't quote me on that, but they're from IKEA. Super cheap, super cheap. I love them. And then one last thing that I just got at Walmart, and it was in the party aisle. And I've used it almost every day since I got it like 2 weeks ago. And it is this pack of, they're actually like hacky sacks. Is that what they're called? Hacky sacks? 4 balls. And I guess I didn't really realize how often sports and balls come up in the lessons until I had these in my hand ready to use. So they're just really simple: basketball, baseball, soccer, and football. Especially because a huge thing that I teach is pre-VIP trials. I think I teach like at least one a day. And if you know that lesson, it's hit the ball, hit the ball. So this is a very, very useful little lesson, little prop. Beyond that, I mean, I have a whiteboard that's really helpful. I do invest in good whiteboard markers. But I would even say like that's pretty much, I'm looking around my classroom. That's pretty much everything I use on a constant basis that I purchased for this job. And pro tip here, make a spreadsheet of all your expenses that you on the front end before you even buy anything for this job. Just preemptively make like a quick little spreadsheet or Word document or some way to track your expenses. I'm sure there's people who have wonderful systems, and I just have my little Excel spreadsheet to track all your expenses because they are a tax write-off. So that's it. All right, happy teaching. Those are my purchases that are worth it.